Hey everybody, dragonhawkguy here with another offseason update for all the 12s out there in Seahawks Nation. After a really fast start to the start of last week, we had a really slow Thursday and Friday and full weekend with no new signings. But are we going to sign Jadeveon Clowney? That's the big question. Today is March 30th, 2020, but before we get started, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video, and be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think of all of these moves that John Schneider and Pete Carroll have done so far, and do you think that signing Jadeveon Clowney is the key to winning the Super Bowl? Are the stakes that big? I don't know, but tell me, what do you think? Is Jadeveon Clowney the key not just to winning the division, not just to winning the NFC title game, but to actually winning another Super Bowl? Or should the Seahawks spread that money around a little bit and go for 2 or 3 or even 4 other players that might make a bigger impact across the board and not risk all of it on one player? Let me know in the comments section down below. Today's video is focusing on an article by fieldgulls.com, and it is an article by John P. Gilbert. And the topic of the article is how the Seahawks are likely to work the salary cap to make a Jadeveon Clowney deal fit. What's interesting about this is I actually thought the Seahawks salary cap situation was a little bit better than what it really is, but this article actually does a really good job of breaking down where the salary cap is and where the Seahawks are in their ability to make competitive offers for Jadeveon Clowney. Here's the bullet points, though. OverTheCap.com reports that the Seahawks currently have roughly $11.3 million in salary cap space. Once, however, you add in all the draft picks the Seahawks are likely to draft, the practice squad members, and allowing for a little bit of injury replacement, because everyone gets injured in the NFL, and you have to be able to pick up guys like we did last year with Marshawn Lynch and a bunch of other players. Once you look at all of that, the Seahawks salary cap space is basically nothing, or really close to nothing. There's a lot of minutia here in this article, but it's good minutia, especially if you're a salary cap nerd like I am. Basically, the Seahawks have $11.3 million in salary cap space available. However, once you get into the season, they actually calculate the salary cap based off of 55 players and not 51 like they do currently in the offseason. So once you do that, the salary cap goes down by about $2.9 million. Once you add in 7 rookies from this year's 2020 draft class, it goes down another $1.5 million to about $6.9 million. And then once you go down from there, the practice squad on top of that will cost another $2 million, leaving roughly $4 million in salary cap space. But when you consider that most teams leave $4 million in salary cap space for injury adjustments, adding players throughout the season, cuts, all that kind of stuff, that basically means the salary cap is down to nothing. So how do we cut salary cap space off of the already full Seattle Seahawks salary cap? Well, we got to cut some players. And the easiest one to cut would be any one of these 3 players, but the easiest one to start with is Justin Britt, starting center Justin Britt, who, while a decent player, has been injured a lot the last 2 or 3 years. And if we cut Justin Britt, we save $8.5 million on the salary cap. On top of that, if we cut backup center Joey Hunt and backup guard/center Ethan Pocic, we could probably save another $1.5 million against the salary cap. And then if we really wanted to make a few extra cuts, and if we really wanted to cut some more space, we could also cut Ed Dickson, who has yet to play a single down for the Seahawks. That would be an easy one to save $3 million against the salary cap. And on top of that, if we cut DJ Fluker, seems like he's always injured, we could save another $3.687 million on top of that. So all told, we could clear at least $10 million off the salary cap just by cutting a few players that were either injured or past their prime. And on top of that, the other easy way, or not so easy, but it still has to be accounted for, the other way for the Seahawks to clear salary cap space is to convert part of existing contracts into salary cap bonuses, signing bonuses, and spread them out over the next couple of years so that the salary cap hit for 2020 goes down, but then the salary cap hit for future years goes up. For example, Russell Wilson has a salary cap hit of $32 million for 2020. So if we converted $4 or $5 million of that into a signing bonus, we could move that $4 or $5 million off to future years and lower his salary cap number for 2020 down, creating even more space. Is all of this bending over backwards for Jadeveon Clowney worth it? I don't know. I love Jadeveon Clowney when he's healthy, but that's a big asterisk. It's a big caveat. Is Jadeveon Clowney capable of being healthy for 15 or 16 games a season? Is he the type of impact player that you want to move heaven and earth on your salary cap just to get that one last guy to make a run at the Super Bowl? I sure hope so. I like Jadeveon Clowney, but I actually think personally that the Seahawks might be better served by going and getting Everson Griffin or any one of a couple of other players who would be at much less of a price point, less salary cap space, and go and get 2 or 3 players that could be an impact player like that. Like what Ziggy Ansah was supposed to be, but turned out not to be. Anyway, those are my thoughts on where the Seahawks offseason is at currently on Monday, March 30th, 2020. We'll be watching all day to see whether or not the Seahawks sign Jadeveon Clowney, and if they do, what that salary cap number is, and if they have to get rid of players in order to make that deal happen. A lot of the deals we signed last week haven't been fully announced yet as to what those numbers are, but we most likely will have to get rid of several players if we're going to sign a player with the salary cap hit of Jadeveon Clowney. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments below this video and let me know, what do you think about the Seahawks going after Jadeveon Clowney, going all in on Jadeveon Clowney, and is he worth it? Is he that final piece of the puzzle? Is he the guy that could bring us to the next Super Bowl? Am I being overly dramatic placing that much importance on the signing of Jadeveon Clowney? I don't think so, but let me know what you guys think. 12s, I want to know. 12s, 12th man, all of us in Seahawks Nation, let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. I've been Dragon Hawk Guy. I'll see you next time.